What it do, YouTube? It's your girl, Booker Shirty Girl, coming at you with another video. Of course, it is going to be another anime reaction video. I'm reacting to FateGrandorder Saber, Senji Muramasa, or Emiya Shiro, Noble Phantasm, Sumugari Muramasa English sub. I'm going to be reacting to this short clip as well as another video because it is going to be the lore based on Senji Muramasa, I believe. And that is from Otaku Daikon's channel. This was recommended to me, so I figured why not check it out. I always find it interesting to learn a little bit more lore-based stuff, especially for characters in FateGrandorder, because I don't know a bunch about FateGrandorder yet. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you. I do different types of content. I do anime, cartoons, horror stuff, gaming stuff, as well as comedy, so go to my channel and check that out. I have plenty of videos on all of the categories I just mentioned. Also, I'm at the point where I'm going to be doing a live reaction video soon. It's going to be a horror live reaction video, so if you have any recommendations, comment below, and I'm going to pull up the video so we can get started, and let's get it. Okay, so this is the servant that's kind of like possessing Shiro, I'm assuming. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Ooh! Overkill! Noble Phantasm! You just got dead! You just got served! Well, I mean, that's what he can do. That's like his huge thing, is that he creates different weapons, so... Ooh! No effect. Okay, that's different. Now there's an effect! You dead! You dead! Oh, he's got white hair now. Okay. I'm assuming this is more of what the actual person looks like. Look at all the samurai swords. Holy crap. Ooh. Get it! Now you're dead. No effect. Oh, there's going to be an effect. Trust me. There's going to be an effect. Ooh. Getting ready again, man. Again and again and again. And boom. Dead again. You dead. Alright, so this is Fate Lore, The Tale of Muramasa. And this is from Daikon, I think. Cool intro. Otaku Daikon. That's who this is from.
The Sengoku Jidai, or Warring States period.
Alright, so let's listen to
Japan,
some lore.
is a time of rampant bloodshed. Samurai warriors, generals, and shogun incessantly strive to establish power through relentless military strife. There is no peace. There is no solace. Instead, the landscape rings out with the screams of clashing swords. While the combatants steal the people's fear and attention, they cannot do so without the very blades they carry. Among these bloodthirsty weapons are the cursed swords of Senji Muramasa, perhaps the most iconic swordsmith in Japanese history. Born in the 15th century, Muramasa hones his craft as a student of Heianjo Nagayoshi, a swordsmith from Kyoto specializing in spears and engravings. He goes on to establish his own Muramasa school of swordsmithing in Ise province, producing blades dated to be as early as 1501.
Awesome.
While Muramasa blades are acclaimed for their superb sharpness, they are feared as having inherited Muramasa's ill and maddened mind. The blades are seen as living beings that thirst for blood, unable to be returned to their sheaths unfulfilled. Swordsmen are driven to murder or claim their own lives in this endeavor.
Wow.
In many cases, Muramasa's blades are forged with demonic attributes.
Ooh, damn.
An attempt to create an ultimate blade capable of slicing not only organic matter, but also spiritual and conceptual targets with ease.
Ooh.
Senji Muramasa's swords feature unusual characteristics.
I don't do demonic, no.
They are said to have Muramasa Ba, or Muramasa-like edges. During the hardening process, a visual effect is created on the blade, a pattern referred to as hamon. The pattern is the division between a katana's hardened section and its cutting edge. Muramasa's hamon are considered gunome midare, with random wave shapes and narrow valleys. His swords are also known for their nakago, a portion of the blade concealed by its handle.
That's cool.
Muramasa's nakago appear to be shaped like fish bellies. While little is known about Senji Muramasa himself, It is safe to say that his swords represent his legacy beyond sheer mortality.
Cool. He's a
Before
total
his blades
mystery.
develop their wicked reputation,
Sweet.
they are coveted on the battlefield for over 60 years, while the Sengoku period comes to an end, with Tokugawa Ieyasu ushering
course.
in the Edo. The Tokugawa samurai,
They're the best
Mikawa,
blades.
favor Muramasa blades for their pristine
Yep.
sharpness. That is, until they leave a trail of misfortune in their wake. Ieyasu's
Okay.
grandfather, Matsudaira Kiyoyasu, is accidentally
Okay, so
killed
the
by
cursed
his
blade,
vassal,
duh.
Muramasa. Iwamatsu Hachiya
Okay.
loses his mind in a bout of drinking and stabs
Oh,
Ieyasu's
shit.
father with another. Ieyasu's first son,
Ooh.
Matsudaira Nobuyasu, is forced to
Damn!
commit seppuku and is beheaded by yet another Muramasa. While Ieyasu admires and owns 2 of the blades, passing them down the Tokugawa
Damn.
line as family heirlooms, future generations of the shogunate come to think of them as
No!
sinister. For this very reason,
Burn them, bury them, do
Muramasa
something. Those
swords
things are
become a symbol
cursed.
of
Nah.
rebellion for anti-Tokugawa factions. Senji himself, long after his passing, is considered a curse against the shogunate, with his blades being wielded in battle all the way through the Bakumatsu period and the Boshin
I wonder
War.
why.
The sword's popularity even inspires forgeries to satisfy demand. As a result, only one of these many
Wow.
fine blades is designated
That's
as
kinda
an
cool,
important
though.
artwork in Japan. The Myoho Muramasa, once possessed by Nabeshima Katsushige, first daimyo of Saga, can still be
Myoho
admired to this
Muramasa.
day. That said, Senji Muramasa has crafted more powerful and mysterious
Cool.
katana, such as the Muramasa Kishirae, bloodthirst legend and the sword soul, famously wielded by Yukimura Sanada.
Kishiide.
This blade transcends the realm of demons, instead being imbued by a minor god that attempts to control its wielder.
Shit.
From birth to death, it appears that Senji Muramasa is a man who dedicates
Ooh.
his entire being to creating a sword that can purge hate, cleaving through karma and destiny.
So I'm just gonna pause that for a minute, because the way he said that it's known that the sword or like tries to possess the wielder. It actually reminds me of the 3rd Inuyasha movie, where that's literally what the sword does. It like possesses Inuyasha, and so Shomaru has to like jump in and pretty much save his ass. So yeah, sorry, that was literally just something that popped in my head, and like I was like, oh, I've actually heard of something like that before. Like,
While nothing he's done in life is particularly heroic,
okay.
his talents prove to be useful in preserving the human order. In the modern era, humanity struggles to preserve the human order by resolving
Okay.
anomalies across history. Such an anomaly occurs in a distorted version
True.
of Japan's Shimosa province. Amakusa Shiro Tokisada, a Japanese Christian tormented by having his fellow believers exterminated by the Tokugawa in the Battle of Shimabara, maniacally seeks to bring hell down upon the land. He gathers
What?
many sacrifices of innocent people and heroic spirits alike in
Damn.
preparation for summoning Onreido Castle as a channel through which to conjure satanic hell. The planet's will to protect humanity, the counterforce, summons Senji Muramasa.
Whoa!
so that
No,
he
no,
may
no, no,
prevent
not
the
good.
oncoming disaster. While presumably noble, this summoning is rather peculiar. Because Muramasa
Yeah, but don't
doesn't
kill everyone
consider himself a
by
hero, his
doing
chief
that.
is
That doesn't
instead
prevent
merged with
disaster.
the human
You
body
killed
to
everyone. There's no one to
manifest as a
save.
pseudo-servant. The mortal dragged in to serve as his vessel happens to be a young man named Shiro
Oh,
Emiya.
okay.
In life, Shiro Emiya strives to become a hero with every fiber of his being. An orphan from a horrific fire in Fuyuki, Japan,
Yeah,
Shiro
that's the
follows
whole
in the
point.
footsteps of his mentor, Kiritsugu, in order to save lives across
Thanks,
the world.
Kiritsugu.
His
Well,
origin
technically
as
not. Just the
sword
Grail being a
granted
douche.
him a unique ability to trace into existence the swords contained in his mind. He
Yep.
confronts himself, steels his body and mind to endure the cruel implications of his heroic ideals, and pledges himself to the planet to gather greater strength. Shiro accomplishes this, naturally, with swords created from his conceptual workshop.
Yeah, he wants to be a
reality
hero.
marble known as Unlimited Blade Works. Yet,
Yep, from
with
his
own
head.
hands and his own swords, Shiro walks a path
Yup.
of unending bloodshed, tasked with killing the few to save the many. Despite being a savior, he
Pretty
does
much,
so
yeah.
standing atop a hill of corpses.
Yup.
In this regard, Shiro is
Just
the
like
perfect
Kiritsugu.
heroic embodiment to merge
Yup.
with the likes of
Yup.
Muramasa. They are of like mind and body, having shared similar lives and meeting
Literally.
similar ends. In fact, it is quite possible that Shiro is a distant
Literally.
descendant of Muramasa. After being summoned to Shimosa, Muramasa questions exactly why he's there.
Very possible, because
The
we don't know
counterforce
Shiro's
called upon him,
lineage.
but for what purpose? While searching, he witnesses
Yeah.
as the day's blue sky turns dark, unleashing
That's
violent
the
warrior
question.
ghosts that attack and slaughter a field of farmers. Muramasa rushes in and rescues the only two survivors.
That's absolutely
a
insane.
young girl named Onui and her infant brother Tasuke. Because their parents were
Oh
killed
my
in
God.
the attack, Muramasa decides
Onui.
to take the children in and act as their grandfather.
That's
Yes,
awful.
while he sports a body in the prime of its youth,
Oh.
Senji Muramasa still
Okay.
thinks and speaks like an old man. He takes the children and makes home of an abandoned smithy, using a bounded field to
He's
protect
wise,
his new
that's the
hermitage.
point.
He reasons that he was summoned for his talents as
Better
a
than
blacksmith
nothing.
and dedicates himself to forging more blades, hoping to realize his ultimate sword.
Possibly.
In the attempt, he forges a cursed blade, known as the Myojingiri Muramasa, accidentally imbuing it with the conceptual realm of demons. It can cut most anything, but has the capacity to inflict harm on its user.
Oh
While
no.
this katana is his greatest work to
Yep.
date, he deems it a failure. After
Yep.
about 2 months, the discarded sword finally finds its use. When Onui and Tasuke are on their way home, the sky grows dark once more, but
Oh,
this time
no.
the two are saved, not by Muramasa, but by Caldea's master Ritsuka Fujimaru
Oh,
and the
no.
legendary swordswoman Miyamoto
But the
Musashi.
sword.
Collectively, they are pursued by an unkillable threat, Lancer Purgatorio,
Okay.
and wind up confronting him just outside Muramasa's hermitage. Disturbed by the combat, Muramasa enters the fight to
No.
save Onui and Tasuke. In life, he was never credited for participating in battle, but as a servant,
Save
he
the
gains
children!
the skills of a saber. Using techniques meant for testing his blades, Muramasa dodges Lancer's spear
Good.
and counterattacks with an art that blows his opponent's
Cool.
upper body apart. To his surprise, Lancer Purgatorio completely regenerates. With
Ooh.
limited options, Musashi finds the discarded Myojingiri Muramasa and borrows it, ignoring Muramasa's warnings. Taking the chance to duel
Use
Lancer
it.
Purgatorio in earnest,
You have to.
Musashi battles her immortal foe to the death, ultimately landing a killing blow with her new
Big
sword,
mistake.
which slices straight through Lancer's curse of annihilation. As thanks for saving the children and demonstrating her sword skills, Muramasa
Holy
gives
shit.
the cursed sword to her and winds up assisting Ritsuka's party as a consult. He offers them food, shelter, and advice as they investigate the
It's
heroic
like a
spirit
gift, but
sword
not.
masters and ghostly warriors. This continues until Amakusa Shirotoki Sada is finally able to manifest Onreido Castle. Muramasa joins Ritsuka's team in storming the castle, where Amakusa Shiro reveals his
Whoa.
plan to bring the hell that was Shimabara to the
Cool.
entire world. As the party is surrounded by searing flames,
Uh-oh.
Senji Muramasa realizes that
No!
he was summoned for this very moment. His purpose is to create swords, but he needn't remain at his hermitage to continue
No!
forging. Instead, he has the ultimate workshop with him at all times.
Yes,
Hero Emiya's
stay hermited.
unlimited blade works. Through this reality marble,
Don't blow
Muramasa
things up.
uses the
Don't
realm's
kill
countless
people.
blades to succeed
No!
in forging the ultimate blade, the demonic sword, Tsumugari Muramasa. It is a recreation of a famous sword in Japanese folklore, said to have been found during the Age of Gods, within the body of the vicious serpent Yamata no Orochi. Sure enough,
No!
it can cut through bonds, fate, causality, destiny, and karma itself. His skills
Duh.
have reached the territory of gods. With the sword, he bisects the hell of
No.
Shimabara and Onreido Castle in a single slash, destroying Amakusa Shiro's ambitions. That said, there is a cost in using such a divine blade.
No!
Muramasa is no god, and using a god's sword causes him to perish. Even so, he is satisfied with his creation, and glad to know that his sacrifice will pave the way for Ritsuka and Musashi to finish off Amakusa Shiro and bring peace for Onui and Tasuke. Indeed, with the help of the counterforce and Caldea's efforts, Muramasa's lifelong dream is concluded, his loved ones are saved, and the human order is preserved once more.
And that is it for that video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I always love learning new things about different cultures, especially like cultures that I just automatically find interesting. And like that, like using like the different story and stuff for this servant, like having that much of an amazing story to explain like weapons and just that level of intricacy in a video game or an anime, it's always just so refreshing for me. Because, like, you don't necessarily see that in the video games here from, like, where I'm from and, like, the United States and stuff. Like, they're always intricate, and I never say that they're not intricate, but they're intricate in a different way. They don't necessarily pull from real-life things. Not, like, all of them are like that. Not all of them are super simple, but there are a vast majority of games that I have played that are, you know, they're more simple. And I always look for intricate plots. It's one of my main, like, requirements when it comes to a game that I really, really like. Unless it's just, like, a mind-numbing game and I'm really just playing it for, you know, the fuck of it. But yeah, I mean, that was really interesting. Thank you for recommending this to me. I really did enjoy it, and I enjoyed getting a little bit more information on the sword, as well as the servant that was technically possessing Shiro Emiya, or Emiya Shiro, however you want to look at it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been another Bookish Nerdy Girl video. And of course, if you did enjoy it, please subscribe, like, share the video, comment on other reactions you'd like to see from me. I'm going to be doing a live reaction as soon as possible. I just literally need to pick a scary video that I like to some extent, or like to some extent that looks interesting for me to do a live reaction on, and I will totally do it. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you are all staying safe and healthy amidst these crazy and ridiculous times. But yeah, this has been your girl, Bookish Nerdy Girl. Peace out.